Hello everyone. Today we are here to record my draft analysis for my team in the ZDL, the Zarood Draft League. I'll click F11. If you want to have a quick read of the rules, because I'm not going to go into great detail about some of the specific ones. I mean, okay, we have 120 points to draft 9 to 11 Pokemon. You could only get a maximum of 2 TERA captains equal to or less than 25 points. And then, so as you can see up here, it is an Uber's UU format. So the Pokemon in 21 to 24 points are considered an Uber. So you do only get one. And basically, how good your TERA captain is dictated by how good your Uber is. So if you get a stronger Uber, then your best TERA captain will probably not quite be as strong. So yeah, if you want a specific example, we can look here. If your Uber is worth 24 points, then you cannot get a TERA captain that's worth 18, 19 or 20 points. The highest point TERA captain you can get is 17. And if we go quickly to the draft board, I'll quickly let you have a little look. So these are the Ubers. I mean, you know, these ones are pretty crazy. These ones in 23 are also pretty crazy. These ones, I think there's a bit of a drop off between 23 and 22. I was never really going to be looking at the 22 pointers. And then the 21 pointers, I mean, okay, the tiers are like color coded. So like if you get a 24 pointer, the highest you can get is 17, 23 points, the highest you can get is 18, and you know, I'm sure you can extrapolate from there. But yeah, so oh, and Pokemon that are underlined, like down here, cannot terrestrialize. So like Dragapult can't TERA, Gouging Fire can't TERA, but Chi-Yu can. No one took Chi-Yu. So yeah, without further ado, I'll hit Control Tab, and I will tell you what my first pick is. Now, I saw one Pokemon that I thought looked incredible, and a shout out to ZACHMANDER. This is his league, and we were helping each other try and figure out what we wanted a lot. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, he totally agreed with this is probably the best TERA captain in the league. So yeah, my strategy was to get my TERA captain first, and then look to see what Ubers are left in the 21 point tier. Now, so I'm happy to say that my first pick is Latias. And it's my first TERA captain. So my Latias can TERA. That's pretty crazy, right? So what do I even say? Okay, yeah, it gets told you. But you know, it's not like Gen 3, 4. Don't remember when it's broken, or when they made it weaker, where it's 1.5 times. It's still good though. It's still good. But I mean, okay, normally something like a weakness policy, agility set is used on Pokemon like Latias and Latios. I think it's definitely more used on Latias because it has the better bulk. I mean also 110. It just gives me a good speed to right off the bat. But the fact this can TERA is pretty insane. Mist Ball, its signature move, got buffed alongside Latios's Luster Purge. So this is actually just a very strong move now that has a chance to lower target's special attack by 1. Just a great move. Gets all sorts of moves. I mean, base 80 attack isn't the worst, so something like Earthquake for coverage could be very nice for sure. Always just drop a Dracos because it is a dragon. Aurasphere for coverage, Alluring Voice for coverage. Healing Wish. I will say that the Uber I was looking for was Zamazenta Crowned. That's the one I wanted. Now, it did get taken, but But I think I've made it work. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Reflect type could be interesting. Obviously, stored power on like Calm Mind Agility set could be really, really cool. Tailwind, Thunderwave, Trick has definitely use, like a choice specs Trick set. Could be really, really cool. But, you know, as we go into the usually useless moves, they are usually useless for a reason. I mean, it's not doubles, so things like Dragon Cheer and Heal Pulse and Icy Wind aren't very good. Sunny Day, Rain Dance for weather teams, of which there are a couple weather teams, so yeah, good luck to everyone. This move could be very interesting. Trap something and set up on it, that could be really, really funny. Obviously, also gets Recover, so instant healing is just really, really nice. Side Shock to hit like special walls that want to switch in on it. Light Screen and Reflect, so could set up dual screens as well. Draining Kiss is also just like decent. I mean even Baton Pass for just the pivoting, although it does get Flip Turn. Or maybe that's Latios actually. Maybe this doesn't get Flip Turn. It doesn't really need Flip Turn because at least it has Baton Pass. Yeah. Okay, this doesn't get Flip Turn, but like I said, Baton Pass is fine enough. It'll do the same thing, and at least Baton Pass can't be like Storm Drained or Water Absorbed by something. So there is that. But yeah, whoops. I mean, just the fact it's going to TERA. Like, I want to talk about potential sets I could run, but it's just going to be so matchup like driven. Like any of these sets could be good, and obviously like with TERA Blast, I can get whatever coverage I need for that game. Like if I want to run like TERA Blast Ice for some reason, then I certainly could. Obviously could TERA Dragon and just drop a crazy strong Draco. Could TERA Dark and get around a Prankster Grimmsnarl. Could TERA Stellar with the choice spec set. Like, there's just so many things this Pokemon could do. And I'm just glad I'm not the person that has to prep for TERA Latias, because this Pokemon's going to be insane. I need to come up with a nickname theme. That's what I need to do. I don't know yet, because huge spoiler alert. If you know anything about me and my drafts, then you'll know that Petulant is my GOAT, as well as Chestnut. But Petulant usually dictates the nickname theme because that is the most Bojack Pokemon to ever Bojack. But I didn't get it in this league. Spoiler alert. No Petulant, which means there's no Bojack, which means how do I continue a Bojack Horseman nickname theme if there's no Bojack? You know? So I'm going to need to come up with something. Maybe I could do a different, like, TV show. What would I use, though? I mean, Bojack Horseman's my favourite. What else would I use? I don't know. I mean, to use the Bojack Horseman nickname theme without Bojack would be just terrible. Maybe I just do whatever character or just something that fits. And maybe at some point, like, Todd from Bojack Horseman gets his time to shine. But I'm gonna need. I mean, this is gonna need a crazy nickname. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll come up with something. If you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. Anyway, this Pokemon's like great with Levitate as well. Like you can tear it into a poison type and only be weak to Psychic. And listen, not every team is a Psychic type, so this could be really, really good. And I know what you're thinking. There is a Mold Breaker Excadrill, but I don't need to worry about that. That's called foreshadowing. Anyway. Let's talk about my second pick. Now, okay, something else I will mention is that because I was 6th pick, so choosing my TERA captain first, as the lists went down, like everyone got their Uber, like first basically. So I now know I don't need to get my Uber now, like literally until my last pick. So I can just get whatever crazy stuff I want now. Which is why my second pick, and this is a Pokemon that I've been wanting to use for ages, Gouging Fire. Obviously, Uzi's putting crazy work with this recently. Shout out to my goat. I mean, this Pokemon's just nuts. Like, these stats. Like, obviously it's a physical attack, but like, it's so defensive as well. Like, how do you kill this? And obviously, it's a Paradox Pokemon, so it can definitely run Booster Energy. Could run Boosted Defense if I want to be annoying. Although, I mean, I could honestly see me doing something like that. But just stuff like Morning Sun, Flare Blitz, or Heat Crash if I don't want to take the recoil. Dragon move like Dragon Claw. Of course, it's an excellent Dragon Dancer. Like, it's just it's also like a pretty good speed tier. Like 91 is just like a pretty useful speed tier to have. I mean, it's not gonna be tearing, but this Pokemon's just whoops. Like, Heavy Duty Boots is also fine. Just run a bulkier boots set with like DD Morning Sun and honestly Heat Crash and whatever coverage you need. Maybe 1 week you decide you want Earthquake. Maybe 1 week you don't need Heat Crash. Maybe 1 week you can run Burning Bulwark on a defensive set. Dragon Tail is pretty good as well. Ironhead for the fairies. 65 special attack, so you know, I saw Overheat, but it's probably not actually very useful. I mean, Morning Sun honestly could, like, I don't have a Sun team, so a sunny day. Am I blind? Am I blind? Is it down here? That's terrible. Sunny Day is actually a good move on this Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, this Pokemon's just crazy. And like, it's just so bulky. It's just so tanky. It's just, it's very easy for this Pokemon to find setup opportunities. And it's also very hard to just simply kill it. I mean, this Pokemon's just nuts. And like, in the sun, it just clicks buttons. And it's very funny. And I'm really looking forward to using this. And why does this automatically make it 30? Like 20, sorry. Like, yeah, I know it can't go any lower, but like, no one's running this as a special attacker. You can make it 31 showdown, it's fine. It's fine, don't worry. I guess I don't have any attacking moves on it right now. Okay. There. Showdown, does this make you happy? Does this make you happy? Okay, there you go. Yeah, this Pokemon's crazy. And I'm really excited to use it. And yeah, I mean, I have Latias. It has Healing Wish. Obviously, it's a crazy special attacker. And so for my next pick, or even my next couple picks, I'm kind of looking more at physical attackers. So, my next pick, another Pokemon I haven't used. That's going to be a theme with this draft. I'm very much stepping outside of my comfort zone with this particular draft. But it's also a very different format, so I think this is probably the best time for me to do it. Yeah, anyway, Urshifu Single Strike. Dark Urshifu. At this point, my team is pretty weak to Ghosts, also pretty weak to Dark. So, you know, this Pokemon just pretty crazy. I mean, it's a great Scarfer, it's a great Bandit, it's a great like Assault Vest user, great with Sash, Leftovers, Bulk Up set, Blocky Helmet. I mean, this thing's also like pretty tanky, like less on the special side, but 100. Like, it's pretty hard to KO this with a physical move. Now, yeah, okay, quad weakness to Fairy, but I think I'll be fine against fairies. Just trust me. Just trust me. You've not seen my next 3 picks. I think I'll be fine against fairies. But yeah, I mean, Wicked Blow is just a crazy strong move, along with Close Combat. I mean, it's like, these kind of struggle to hit fairies, but like, you get Iron Head, to hit fairies if you need to. And then like bulk up is also really, really good. I mean, this Pokemon's just really good, and it just hits through protect as well. So any teams with Gliscor like can't protect and rack up that poison heal. Iron defense, ice punch for coverage, poison jab also for coverage. Stone edge, sucker punch is nice. So it's taunt. So it's swords dance, trailblaze as well. U-turn on like a scarf set. This Pokemon's just really, really good. I'm not seeing any other very useful moves. Focus energy on the Wicked Blow combo is funny. Power Herb Dig. Shout out ZACHMANDER again. Yeah, no, this Pokemon's just really, really good. And it just sort of gives me something I needed. I needed a dark type. I really wanted a fighting type. And this is, I mean, this is exactly that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this pick. I mean, items it can run. I mean, honestly, I'll this is the sort of speed tier that like Scarf or Band could look very, very useful. Leftovers as well. Like I said, Rocky Helmet. Type resist berries on a Pokemon like Urshifu I also really, really like. Protective pads, not as useful on this as like Urshifu Rapid Strike, but certainly could still be decent. Clear Amulet, again, could be decent, but like Wicked Blow always crits, so it's not overly important. A Jetpack to swap out after like the close combat, like defense drops, because you will probably want to run close combat most weeks. I'm sure there'll be a situation where like Drain Punch looks better on like a bulk up set, but more often than not, you probably want close combat. But yeah, crazy stats. Like another like good speed tier, no special defense, but it's not the most important thing. And like I said earlier, like Assault Vest is another good item on this. Like there it is. Yeah, Urshifu's just another really, really good Pokemon. And that leads us into my next pick, Excadrill. So yes, as I foreshadowed earlier, I don't need to worry about the Mold Breaker Earthquake now, because I have it. But yeah, right now I have Gouging Fire, Latias, Urshifu less so, but still doesn't appreciate hazards, so I wanted a good spinner, basically. And I also wanted a ground type. And I was looking at basically this in Treads, and Treads went the pick before me, basically. So yeah, I got Excadrill. And this is... oh, sorry, having a stretch. This is another Pokemon I'm very excited to use. It's just strong. Like, honestly, Rapid Spin, you could just see that as like a Trailblaze speed boost, and then like this thing is very, very strong. Good, like high HP stats as well to make up for the pretty low defenses. I mean, this Pokemon's just going to be like a really, really useful like hazard remover, because it also just hits very hard. I mean, it also can set up Stealth Rocks of its own. Like, no need to worry about like Magic Bounce Pokemon with Mold Breaker. You know, you can just get your rocks up anyway. It's just going to be very, very nice. I mean, something like Heavy Duty Boots, honestly, I can see me running. Like, if I'm scared of spikes, or even like Sticky Web. AV, also good to help. Like, high HP stat. Low defenses, 60-65 is pretty low. So Assault Vest to just sort of help will be nice. Could run Life Orb, could run Rocky Helmet. Expert Belt, I'm sure is an item that many of us used on our like Black and White 2 in-game teams. Who'd we get it from? It's like that. It's like an NPC wearing sunglasses in the like market area of Driftbelt City. I think that's where we get the Expert Belt. So that is around the time that you probably get Excadrill as well. Clear Amulet will also be a good item on this. Covert Cloak is very situational. Type Resist Berries as well will also be very, very nice. Lumberry as well. I could see Mirror Herp being pretty decent. Even protective pads, just to like if someone wants to punish like a rapid spin with like a rocky helmet, iron barbs, whatever, then protective pads will help against that. Again, could be useful. Citrus berry for the instant recovery. I like that as well. I'm not seeing anything else too crazy. Weakness policy, I guess, has a use. But yeah, again, it's just a nice physical attacker with rapid spin, which my team really wanted. I also really wanted a ground type, and I also wanted a steel type, because I am also pretty weak to fairies right now. So yeah, I wanted a steel type, wanted a ground type, wanted a spinner. Extra was exactly that. And like I said, it was basically this of Treads. Treads is probably more versatile. But I am still very happy with Excadrill. I mean, like Mold Breaker to just sort of not care about abilities will also be really nice. Like Treads, unless it's running like a booster energy, like it kinda has no ability. Whereas Mold Breaker, like it's just really nice to have. Like the Rotom appliances are all popular. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon with Levitate. Like I said earlier, like helps get around to like Magic Bounce if I want to like guarantee rocks. It's just a very nice Pokemon to have, and I'm happy I got it. Now I am still pretty weak to Fairies. I'm also pretty weak to Ice. I got Empoleon. This, spoiler alert, is the only Pokemon on this draft that I have used before. And I had it in the PCPL. And it's just very nice. I'd say the biggest weakness about Empoleon is if I have to go against like a special attacking like ground type, because I do have this as not a special wall. It's not really a wall, but it will certainly help check like special attackers. So like if I have to go against like for example Landorus Incarnate, that could be a bit of a problem. Now I do have Latias and 2 other flyers, which I'll get into a little bit later. So I'm not too worried about ground types, but I do have to respect them all the same. And this obviously is like part water, so just this has a really good move pool. I think it gives me another Stealth Rock option, which is nice. Has Roost for instant recovery. Has Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, which just good coverage. Knockoff as well. Don't think any of my Pokemon have got knockoff so far. Does Urshifu? Hold on a sec. I don't think it does. I don't remember seeing it. But it's just, it'll be good to double check. Didn't think so. This Pokemon would be crazy with knockoff. I mean, you just run like Wicked Blow and knockoff and just yeah. I mean, you just like knock off something switching and then just Wicked Blow it. Like that'd be pretty crazy. I'm glad that Urshifu does not get knockoff. It would also mean the other Urshifu gets knockoff. So let's not have that. 2 good abilities. I mean, on a very bulky set with like Surf, I could see Torrent being more useful. I do like competitive more. I'm very glad this Pokemon got competitive over Defiant, because it's just so much more useful. Competitive just to like punish like defogs, or like a random special attack drop or special defense drop or attack drop or whatever, like Intimidate for example, like as well, just to like punish that will be nice. And like 111, this thing has a very good special attack stat, so we can definitely use it as well. Aqua Jet does get, is it going to be on this bit? No, it's going to be down here. It does get Vacuum Wave, which is a nice priority. Also gets Yawn, which can help just force a switch, which could be nice, could be useful for like something wanting to set up. Feather Dance, I could see having a niche one week. I mean Charm as well, but okay, I guess technically Charm is like more optimal because it has more PP, whatever. Weather Ball could be useful. I mean, it has a respectable attack stat, so I could run a physical set. Well, Mika gets great like physical moves in general. Haze is useful. Grass Knot to hit waters is something that Blastoise wishes it has. Iron Defense to start setting up, also useful. No body press, so it's not actually incredible. I did run Agility Weakness Policy in the PCPL, and it was great in mocks. I don't think I got to use it actually. Obviously, Flash Cannon. I think I've said a Roar as well actually. Roar's really nice. I think that is everything now. Surf is just consistent water damage because I don't want to be the person that has to run Hydro Pump. No Scold, which is sad, but I mean, yeah, it is sad, but it doesn't need Scold. It would be nice, but it'd be more of a luxury. But yeah, Empoleon is a great Pokemon. It's tanky. It can also hit pretty hard. 60 speed. I mean, there's so many Pokemon at 60 speed, so just having one of your own could be nice. I mean, speed is pretty irrelevant on this Pokemon, and honestly, I'll end up probably just running like min speed if I want like the slower pivot with flip turn. It's probably something I'd do, unless I want to Empoleon to like as more offensive, like if I want the Surf or Ice Beam for like Gliscor or something else, who knows. But yeah, Empoleon just gives me another Steel type. I think in a format where there are some pretty crazy fairies and dragons, I think having multiple Steel types is perfectly acceptable. And not even just that, but like good, even great. So yeah, so that leads me on to my next pick. Spoiler alert, it is another Steel type, so I chose 3 Steels in a row. Although this one does do a pretty different role. Now, Klefki is always one of those Pokemon that is really annoying to prep for. Obviously people are going to look at this and go, dual screens like Clay. Very balanced stats, like 57, 91, 87, like most weeks you probably just want to run like a defensive set. I mean, honestly, something like this is what I'm personally going to default to. Like, I don't need attacking moves unless I really feel like I need one. But just like dual screens, Thunder Wave to disrupt, and then spikes. I wanted a spiker. I mean, that's basically what led to me looking at this over Grimmsnarl, because I wanted spikes. Thanks to spikes is nice, gets foul play, gets Carmine. I mean, this is not forced into like Reflect Light Screen. Like, I have a few other Pokemon to do that, like Latias, like I said earlier. I'd have to really look at my like sets to like know that for sure. I mean, Switcheroo could also be very annoying for opponents. Just like run like Switcheroo with like Black Sludge or Iron Ball or Lagging Tail, something like that. I said Foul Play. Dazzling Gleam, Draining Kiss is nice to just hit stuff. Psychic as well, Psyshock as well. Steel Beam if I need to hit something and then just like sack it. Like, honestly, I could run where is it there? Something like this, where I get screens up, or I get spikes up, or like Reflect and Light Screen, or and like one layer of spike, then I just Steel Beam to carry myself so that I can actually use the Reflect and Light Screen. Because like, I mean, the best way to like play against this Pokemon is to just like keep it out and stall screens. So if it has a way to like kill itself basically, then that would be very useful. Does it get Misty Explosion? No. Okay. Sunny Day, Rain Dance could be useful against weather teams. But yeah, this is just gonna be it's gonna be a support Pokemon like most weeks. There might be a week where like a Calm Mind set looks good. Could happen. I mean, it does get stored power. So honestly, Prankster being able to like basically guarantee that I get the stat boosts like could be very nice. Like just like a Calm Mind, Iron Defense, with stored power and draining kiss. I mean, that's a pretty tried and tested set. And yeah, I mean, Klefki is just going to be annoying for people. Like, I wanted, like TERA Latias is probably like one of the best Pokemon to like TERA into a Fairy type. But I wanted like a natural Fairy as well, just something that I can like bring in against dragons, and then like if I need to cripple them with like Thunder Wave, or just get a screen up on them, then it just gives me options. I closed my window over, so I'm curious to know whether this very loud car outside is being picked up. Anyway, Klefki, you will know what Klefki does. Yeah, you don't need me to tell you what Klefki does. So this brings me to my next Pokemon, Masquerain. Now, this gives me a couple of things. Firstly, it's my second and final TERA captain. It costs 2 points. This is a 2-point Pokemon. Now, did I help make the dock? Kind of. I helped with tearing. I mean, this is ZACHMANDER's dock. I didn't help make the dock, but I helped with like tearing and like a couple of the rules. But this thing, just being able to get sticky webs up, will just be really, really nice. I mean, my team does appreciate sticky webs. Like Latias, Gouging Fire, Urshifu, Single Strike, and Empoleon, Excadrill. They all have a pretty, like, I mean, okay, Latias is 110, but like there's a lot of fast Pokemon. Like anything between like 90 and like that 110 area will really, really appreciate like the sticky webs. Like sticky webs lets me run like a choice band Urshifu Single Strike. It lets me get away with a much bulkier Gouging Fire because I need less speed. Like just small things like that let me change the item or make Pokemon slightly bulkier. Like that's just going to be so useful. But then also this thing can Quiver Dance, and then Bug Buzz. It's just a pretty strong move. Like this thing did get buffed in Gen 7, so shout out to Guzma for making that happen. But I mean, 100 special attack is very respectable. Like after a Quiver Dance boost, it's gonna do like pretty decent damage. Like it gets good coverage. It does get like pretty damn good moves. I mean, that's another very loud vehicle. Yeah, this Pokemon gets great moves. Don't know why this isn't Bug Water, but we'll look past them. But yeah, I mean, it's been another TERA captain. Like if for some ungodly reason Latias looks bad, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I guess if it does, then just like a Quiver Dance with Terra Blast Ground could be very, very nice. I mean, it's just one of those Pokemon that can that's like, okay, it's one of those Pokemon that's annoying to go against in Ranbats because it will get a Quiver Dance up and then it will give itself the coverage it needs. And like Intimidate to help facilitate like getting a Quiver Dance up. Does get a Nerve as well, which could be useful, but I think Intimidate's going to be just overall the more useful ability. I mean, this thing will probably want to run heavy duty boots most weeks, but it's not forced to. Like you could run like a Type Resist Barrier, like leftovers if you were set up, or just like a Focus Sash if you want to lead it and get webs up. Just like stuff like that. Base 80 speed, it's not the fastest Pokemon in the world, but it's fast enough. You know, like after a Quiver Dance, you're probably going to outspeed a lot of things. I mean, okay, actually, if you're timid, I mean, this is already extremely fast after a Quiver Dance. Like you're hitting what, 420 after a Quiver Dance. So all you need to do is that, and you now outspeed a Dragapult at +1. I mean that's pretty good. I mean, okay, maybe no. Okay, maybe you need to do this. Maybe you need to go to like 282 instead to outspeed a port at +1. But yeah, this is just it just gives me more options and makes prep more annoying because you've got to respect the sticky webs. Because I mean, Masquerade's a good Pokemon. Like I could easily see myself bringing it. Like not every week, but like half the weeks. Like Masquerade is going to be a very useful Pokemon for my team, I think. So anyway, on to my next Pokemon. This is my penultimate Pokemon, Greedent. Now, if we were allowed more than 2 TERA captains, then obviously we have up to 25 TERA points to spend. So Masquerade's 2, Point Latias is 20, Greedent's 3. Like, I could have had the opportunity to have this as my TERA captain. I did prefer Masquerade to be a TERA captain, because I basically just wanted this as like another Pokemon I can bring against like ghost types. Like I'm gonna probably want to bring this against like the Giratina Origin team, probably gonna want to bring this against the Fluttermane team. And yeah, it just like lets me check off something that I needed. Like just something like this. I mean, okay, not that exactly, but I'm sure that's probably fine. I mean, oops. And honestly, on this set, you probably could run body press. Like something like this could be cool. Like you just go careful, max special defense, and then it just lets you start clicking curse. And I'm sure this is probably extremely annoying to kill. Like something like this could be cool. Now you could also run Citrus Berry to actually get use out of the abilities. Cheek Pouch for the extra recovery. Gluttony, like if you want to do like something more like that. And you probably won't need a curse on this set. With Body Slam, Earthquake, what last move? Maybe Knock Off? Psychic Fangs if you're scared of screens? Crunch to hit like ghost types? Seed Bomb to hit like Bulky Waters? Wild Charge also to hit Bulky Waters actually. And like with your enormous HP stat, Wild Charge won't be giving you like a ton of recoil, so I could see that being good. Even Gyro Ball to hit fairies. Like, I mean, if you're gonna lower your speed, honestly, why not that one? Why not just go sassy? You know? And like, you're gonna get like this will likely just like kill a Fluttermane. I mean, okay, you probably need like some amount of like attack to like guaranteed kill the Fluttermane, but I'm sure something like this would be really cool and fun to use. Green's just one of those Pokemon that like it's just so hard to kill. Like it'd be even better if I had TERA on it, but this Pokemon I went with Masquerain over this because I felt like this doesn't really need TERA, whereas Masquerain would really appreciate it. I mean, I'm gonna TERA Latias basically every week. I'll be surprised if there's a single week where I don't TERA Latias. But just giving myself, you know, it's just like slightly more optimal to go for TERA on Masquerain over TERA Greedent, because I drafted this as a normal type. Whereas I drafted Masquerain to be like a sticky web setter that can also set up if it wants to. And for that particular set, Masquerain really appreciates being able to TERA, like just for the coverage. Whereas this, it's so bulky, like it's one weakness to fighting. Like I have pretty decent like fighting checks. Like Latias, I mean Gouging Fire is just so tanky that it's pretty fine going against fighting types. Now I do have Urshifu Single Strike, which is weak to fighting, Excadrill, which is weak to fighting, and Poliwrath, which is weak to fighting. So, but then I also have like Pokemon that are fine against fighting. So, And like not every team, honestly, not every team's gonna have a fighting type. So, but yeah, I mean, if there's no fighting type, then this Pokemon is just gonna be really, really annoying for my opponents to deal with. So yeah, so this is my penultimate pick, and my last pick, and if you've been paying attention, then, and if you were listening to me earlier, which I'm sure you probably were, right, then you'll know that this final pick, this is my last pick coming up. This is my Uber, and it was going to be Zamazenta Crowned, like I said earlier, but it did get sniped. So instead, I have Shaman Sky. Now, at first, I was kind of disappointed to not get Zamazenta Crowned, because Zamazenta Crowned with TERA Latias just sounds like a crazy, crazy call. But the more I looked at it, the more I realised that Shaman Sky actually, like, could be really, really cool. Like, my Uber and TERA Captain being both special attackers could be really, really cool, just like overwhelm them with the special offense. And then this is also why I wanted to get like Gouging Fire and Urshifu Single Strike, just like two crazy physical attackers after that. Because I don't want to lean too heavily onto the special side. But this Pokemon is, I mean, okay, it loses 25 points from defense and like special defense compared to like regular shaving, quote unquote. But it's still pretty tanky, and 127 speed is just a really, really nice speed tier to have. And this thing, like, maybe most weeks it wants to run just like a really annoying set with like not Air Cutter, Air Slash and Seed Flare, and whatever coverage it wants. Maybe it wants Earth Power, and then just like Healing Wish. Like, just something like this could be very, very fine. Seed Flare is 40%. Okay, so 80% to drop is pretty incredible. Okay, 85% accuracy is going to be terrifying. But I'll just hit them because I'm the better player. For like just easy. I guess it's like specs being really, really good on this Pokemon as well. Like honestly, just like on a similar set where you get loads of damage and loads of damage and loads of damage, and when it's low, you just Healing Wish, and then my opponent will have to kill Gouging Fire all over again. You know, just something like that. Because the average attribute's been good. This is another reason why I really wanted a spinner, because I'm obviously box weak. So just like being able to not run boots every week will be nice. Could run a very, very annoying set, just something like this, and then whatever move I want last. Probably Air Slash to flinch, or Giga Drain for the recovery, or Seed Flare for the drops, or Synthesis and be actual scum of the earth. Like, yeah, I mean, with max HP EVs, you do hit 404, meaning that you won't, like, your substitute won't die to like a Seismic Toss, for example, or like a Nightshade, which is just really, really nice. So just like a set like this, and people will hate me, but it's a good set. Like it has the speed, like just it being so fast, just allowing it to like get the protects and the substitutes and the leech seeds. Like, okay, on a set like this, I probably wouldn't run Synthesis last. Like, I'd want a way to like do damage. It'll almost certainly be like matchup dependent, but I could see Air Slash being here. I could easily see Seed Flare being here as well. But I think I'd prefer something with like more PP, like on a set like this. Like Seed Flare's 8, kind of a little low on a set like this. But yeah, Shaman Sky, it's just a pretty crazy Pokemon. And yeah, I mean, any item's good. Obviously, it's pretty weak to ice, so this is why another reason why I wanted like stuff to help against ice, like Empyrean, basically. But yeah, this Pokemon's just another really good option. Could run Swords Dance if I'm feeling risque. I mean, 103 attack is very respectable, so could easily do it. And like again, it has good coverage. Like it is obviously intended to be a special attacker, but I mean, look, we can see what physical moves it can run. Petal Blizzard's good. Play Rough is also good. Trailblaze for the speed boost, Seed Bombs, and Headbutt. Like, you can get the extra flinch chance because of Serene Grace. Grassy Glide if I'm going against like a grassy terrain team could be cool. No physical air coverage. Like if this person, like okay, if it got Brave Bird, then I could see myself being a lot more likely to run a physical set. But it doesn't, so I'm sure Special is fine, like 9 out of 10 times. But yeah, that's my draft. I'll actually just go to the doc and show all the drafts. Can I get them all to fit? Okay, let's go to 90. And now they will definitely all fit. Here we go. So as you can see, here's my team. And here are the teams. Let us know what you think. I mean, there's some crazy teams. Zell, this scary looking rain team, is my week 1 opponent. Fun fact, I also fight them in the MLBL tomorrow, so yeah, I'm fighting Zell twice this week. That'll be fun. But yeah, I mean, there was some crazy, like this Sun team. This is terrifying. And another fun fact, if I had to guess, in like 10 minutes, we are going to do the stream to like rank all the teams. So that'll be really fun. Make sure you watch that, and of course the VOD will be available. Yeah, I think they are currently waiting for me, so I will stop recording. My bad, guys, my bad. Anyway, I hope you look forward to this draft because I think it's going to be really fun and really unique. Like there are not a lot of like Ubers UU based formats. So yeah, again, shout out to ZACHMANDER, who is like in charge of the league. I think you've done a swell job of making this league. It looks like it's going to be really fun. I'd say in the future, like the one improvement we could make is going to be like a TERA tax to sort of like be able to like maneuver stuff around a bit more. Because like if you go to the draft board and we look at some of these 20 pointers, like no one's realistically going to be drafting like Ogerpon Wellspring if it's in 20 points and like if they don't want to TERA it. So having it like more down in like 15 or 16 with the TERA tax to make it worth more if you TERA it, something like that could be useful. But honestly, we were just too excited. We just wanted to start playing, so yeah. There you go. How long have I been recording for? 49 minutes. This has gone very quickly. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I really hope you're looking forward to this league. There's going to be a good amount of people that upload, and actually I'm going to make sure that I get find out everyone who's uploading in this league, and I will put them down in the description. Make sure you go check them out as well, because it's going to be really fun. Okay, I will stop recording. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.